For the next Fairhaven Singers concert, we are very fortunate that we will be joined by the City of London Sinfonia, one of the country's great orchestras, making a rare Cambridge appearance, and we think it's quite a coup that they've agreed to come and perform with us. Emma Kirkby, of course, needs no introduction from me. She's one of the world's most famous sopranos, has been voted one of the world's top 10 sopranos, an internationally celebrated recording artist, and equally a delightful and warm human being, and we're delighted that she's going to be joining us for what will be her second appearance with us. The concert takes place in St John's College Chapel, a venue with which we're very familiar and of which we're very fond. It's a wonderful backdrop for an evening of delightful sacred music by Mozart and Haydn and James MacMillan. The music in the first half of the concert is a feast of motets from the classical period by Mozart and Haydn. The Mozart in particular covers a very broad range of moods and emotions, and indeed covers a wide span of Mozart's life. One of the Mozart pieces was written when the composer was only 11 years old, and one of them, the famous motet Ave Verum Corpus, was written in the last few months of his tragically short life. Macmillan's 7 Last Words from the Cross is very definitely a modern masterpiece. For this piece, the choir, without soloists, is accompanied simply by strings, and the relationship between the music of the choir and the strings is very interesting and dynamic through the whole piece. The second movement of the Macmillan piece contains some very vivid gestures, statuesque statements from the choir, followed by initially very lengthy silences. Silence is something that is underrated perhaps in music, and these silences that James MacMillan puts between the vocal phrases I think will in context be absolutely shattering. The music is sometimes anguished and tortured, and sometimes very beseeching and tender. Perhaps the most memorable part of the piece for an audience hearing it for the first time will be the very end, where the choir sings a final prayer and leaves the stage to the orchestra, who finally ebb out into silence like fading heartbeats.